a very smooth running power. The boiler on it is brand new. Fritz plant from the Waynesboro, Pennsylvania plant at that time where they made their traction engines, and this beautiful Frick engine over by the Peterson family, and there they are running on the right hand side. Please give all the Petersons a howdy, followed by this beautiful Minneapolis threshing machine. This is our prime mover for threshing our wheat. Now this is the machine that was replaced by the combine. Instead of bringing the machine to the field like the combine, we bring the grain to the threshing machine and pitch it in with forks. Obviously, not the most efficient way of doing things, so that's why people change. As promised, the A.B. Baker engine, also owned by the Peterson family out of Hampshire. This is a real special 2175 Uniqlo engine built in Swan, Ohio. The very front of this had a superheater on it. There's Wesley Peterson at the throttle. Give us a tune on the whistle, Les. Les and the Twin Creek Threshing Company are in charge of our threshing operation at the showing for that been for 4 generations now. Here is our military reenactment group, 1943 Willys Jeep, Arlen Peterson out of Aurora, Illinois. Give them a big hand in tribute to our forces.
And here is Steve Munns in his 1945 Willys Jeep. And Steve Munns is a veteran of this country. A round of applause there.
Well, there was a Hearst thing to be worth. If you had an ambulance, you got a chance. Here's the 1917 Ford Model T. An old World War I vintage ambulance. John Krug out of Ottawa, Illinois. This would be something Ernest Hemingway would have been involved with overseas that he wrote about in his book.
487 on there.
And here is our club's pride and joy steam engine. This is owned by the Northern Illinois Steam Power Club. It is a 1916 single-cylinder, simple, 22 horsepower engine
coming towards us.
built by the Illinois Pressure Company right downtown Sycamore, not far from here. Part of the factory is still there. The original and final engine that was built was part of our show that preceded this for many years, and this is our permanent home now. There's Michelle Stevens at the throttle. Michelle Stevens Bacon. Sorry about that. Ben Bacon, her husband, corrected me. She's been married for a few years, but was the whole Stevens family's aboard, and her dad, Dave. And we want to thank Dave and Wheatland Machine for all their work. A big hand for everybody on the Illinois engine. It's a one of a kind that you're going to see. One of very few to exist. Period. But we're in Sycamore. Here's a great example of the famous Nichols and Shepard Red River Special Line. Michigan. This is Bob Ferris's 1920 Nichols. This is another twin-cylinder simple. You can't hear any chug because he's not working, not having to work it too hard. But that smooth twin-cylinder design was loved or hated depending on who you were. This is a 1660, so she's got 16 horse on the drawbar, 60 horse on the belt, and got a beautiful big whistle on there, think about. But he's also got a dynamo, steam-powered dynamo on the light so he can plow all day. Now the Port Huron Manufacturing Company out of Port Huron, Michigan built a fine product. The most interesting, efficient, and I think most beautiful top-mount engine ever made. This is a 1965 Longfellow steam engine built in 1915. Owned by the Anderberg brothers out of Kirkland, Illinois. I thought this was Tom Runny's engine. I don't know what this is. Sorry, Tom Runny, our good friend and Wheatland Machine host. See, we try to keep these boilers in great shape. This engine is a 1913 put here on the John Gould, our director, and another Wheeling Machine quality and hard worker. Please give us, give John Gould and Tom Burney's engine a big hand, a big whistle on the Longfellow. More about the Longfellow coming up here. That boiler runs at 175 psi, ladies and gentlemen, and that is a brand new boiler. This is Stanley Fudge's Best Avery. This is a home-built engine. The vertical boiler, one of 3 operating on the property, with the engine below. You'll see the real Avery undermount that it's named for coming down the pike in a little bit. And the Best Corporation formed the Caterpillar Corporation with Holt back around 1925. Here is Charlie Hendrickson, a great friend of mine. And I hope I appreciate him tolerating me and his beautiful wife. Gone aboard this wonderful scale model case.
Okay, go ahead. Okay.
Charlie, give us a toot on the whistle. Charlie and his family have lived on the grounds up at the Rock River Threshery for many years. Charlie is our vice president of the Rock River Threshery. I call it our sister show up in Janesville, Wisconsin. We operate every Labor Day weekend. And he works hard for all of us steam folks on getting things tested in Wisconsin. And Chuck does, our president down here in Illinois. Here's the Cook Brothers Case engine. The J.I. Case Company out of Racine, Wisconsin, built more engines than all these other manufacturers together. And this is a beautiful, smooth running, nearly perfect boiler. 65 horsepower engine built in 1919. There's Charlie Food up there. He's got some special whistles. Go for it, Charlie. Over there. He's got the one today. He still makes a wonderful show. Thank you, Charlie. The Food Brothers have been wonderful supporters of this show and participants for 3 or 4 generations now. And we thank them for their service and bringing these wonderful pieces out. This is a very rare item. This is a real steam roller. Fantastic. This is the Buffalo Springfield roller owned by Kurt Fruit out of Linwood, Illinois. And Kurt has got a vertical boiler that looks like an old fire engine, like an old fire pump, but he's got steam powered steering on that thing. Look at that thing steer. So easily, just left and right. There's a little 2-cylinder steam engine down there, and I want that for my engine. That's all I can say. I've been looking for one for years and can't find it. Here's the Walsh family, my goodness sake, on their favorite engine, the Advanced Runway 18. This was built by the Advanced Runway Thresher Company, based out of LaPorte, Indiana, built at the Advanced Thresher Machine Company Works in Battle Creek, Michigan. This was built in 1921. We have 4 generations of Walshes aboard. At the throttle is John Charles Walsh. There you go. Our director. Lynn is the wheel. Right behind John is his dad, Chuck, our president. Chuck Walsh, please give him a big hand. Chuck, the Walsh family, 4 generations of Walshes. Our largest building here is named after Chuck's father. And Chuck, God bless you and your family and all the efforts that you've made. Chuck's wife is our secretary, Pat. She'll take your membership if you're interested in becoming more involved in this club in the Founders Building. Thank you, John, and thank you for all your work that you do. Chuck, as I said, is in charge of helping us get all these certified by the state of Illinois. The Keck Donovan Company out of Mount Vernon, Indiana, some of the finest engines. This is a fairly rare example of a twin cylinder Keck, 22 horsepower double simple, and a smooth runner owned by Jay Staley from Portland, Illinois. Built in 1926, it's an 1825 horsepower twin Keck. Thank you, Staley. Luton's and Son out of West Chicago. There's Jim Luton there on the throttle and fighting the engine, and Tim Wilson's got his hand on the wheel, and all the whole Luton family there. Look at that. We've had nearly 5 generations of Ludens, but certainly 4 out here on the grounds. This engine weighs 14 tons, built by the Minneapolis Threshing Machine Company, just outside of Minneapolis in Hopkins, Minnesota. And thank you, Jim, for all your years of work. He's got rubber tires built into that so he can go through all the parades, promote Ludens excavating, but also promote our show and the steam-powered hobby, if you'll call it a hobby, reenacting power on the farm. Here's another great example of the great Minneapolis line. This is a 1923 model, a rather late model, of the Minneapolis steam line, single cylinder simple, built in 1923, nearly perfect boiler, nearly perfect gearing. That's owned by Ron Taylor, my good pal, and a director and a fellow that has helped us out a great deal. Director of the Rock River Threshery up in Edmonton, Wisconsin. He's at the throttle. Clayton Hendrickson, Charlie's son, who has worked his butt off on the grounds up there, is on the steering wheel. That's Maggie. Give us a toot on Maggie, please. Thank you, Ron. Ron Taylor Jr. Now here's Charlie Hubbard, actually on board. His own engine. Oh, Lorraine! Oh my gosh, she cooks for us. Charlie's the director. Lorraine is our chef extraordinaire and works very hard on their 65 case, built in 1960 from Chain, Illinois. Thank you, Charlie. Give us a big toot. Charlie's got his own farm and everything with a sawmill. Well, here's something very unique. This is a piece out of my collection, the Snyder Honfeld Trout. This is an Avery Undermount engine, built in 1907. It is a Avery Undermount. Boiler is on top, mounted on a chassis. The engine is a 2-cylinder mounted below. Listen to that even power. This was designed to be a heavy plowing engine. There is no strain on the boiler when you pull like the other engines. We've got a working headlight, steam powered so we can plow all night. Brand new boiler, quadruple riveted puck strap. This is an 18 horsepower, approximately 65 horsepower on the belt. Grease maker is on the right at the throttle. This gives a toot on the whistle, and the whole gang with the board. Thank you, Reese, for all your help as always. My adopted son, nephew, whatever you want to call him. Wonderful, wonderful guy. Now, this Avery gas tractor is a very rare machine. In fact, this is a one-of-a-kind experimental. 40-80 horsepower. This replaced the Avery steam engine. You could start this in 2 minutes. It took 2 hours to fire the engine. It's a 4-cylinder Opposed, 1,604 cubic inches, built in 1920. This was sent out to Nebraska to do a Nebraska test. It failed. They opened up the bore. It still failed, so they re-rated this engine to a 45-65. Mike's going to show you how the transmission works because there is no transmission. We stop in it right now. Look at the engine and the radiator in front as it goes forward. The entire engine and radiator slides forward. That's neutral. Now he's sliding it back into gear. You move the whole engine. Now we can go forward. It's the only engine of its size to have 2 different speeds. Very slow and slow, or plowing and low gear. But that's Mike Kalinowski and the whole Kalinowski family up there. Thank you, Mikey, for all the work you've done over these years. Another beautiful machine. As promised, the Waterloo Boy out of my collection with Phil Honfeld. This is a 1919 Waterloo Boy. Built right after the Jordan tractor was opted out. And that 2-cylinder is designed continued until 1960. They're pulling the club baler, a sandwich baler with the elliptical gears. We bailed with that all afternoon. We will bail with it again this afternoon. And that is a very rare item built right here in Sandwich, Illinois. Here's a beautiful Eagle, a 1222 built in 1920. That's that shot up there. That's this machine east from Rockford, Illinois. the Schott family, and the only Eagle on the property. It's built in Appleton. That is a headless engine, very rare item. Going to talk to Ed about his Eagle. Now here's the all-girl tractor. That is my 1924 oil pump, again out of the Snyder and Uncle Bill Honfeld collection. This is the last of the heavyweights. Built on built on channel iron frame instead of press steel. The 1630 oil pull. Now, this is another oil pull, second size larger, model G, the 2040. That's Stephen Evergreen up there. Steve, our old pal, who grew up here in Sycamore and married a lovely gal who just loves this stuff, which I think is terrific. And thank you, Steve. You'll see Steve coming through later, I hope, with his case. But that was the last of the 2040 oil pulls built and heavyweight oil pulls built as well.
And here we've got a Farmall H in front, but in back is a Steiner Long Life.
I'm in the wrong one.
It's made in 1910. It just runs about 10 horsepower and was built in Chilton, Wisconsin. It belongs to Dean Warrington, who's driving the Farmall H up there. And he was 92 years old, still driving that tractor around and enjoying it just as much as he was 12.
Thank you, Dean.
Here's a beautiful another Farmall H, still S-Box out of Marengo, Illinois. And behind he has a Vermeer 12, 1952. This is a trench digger used to lay pipe or wire or whatever you need. And here we have coming up a 1952 Ford 8M. Joe Ferris is out of Plainfield, Illinois. It doesn't have a standard engine in it, though. It's got a 4.3 Chevy V6 in it, putting out a heck of a lot more horsepower than I think Ford ever thought that thing would put out. Here's a nice John Deere, John Deere 60, 1953. Melvin Brown family since 1955. Owned it for a long time. The Model D, the very first one that's going to come to the break. This is the break of the winter series. Jim's riding with him. Hi, Jim. That's David Brown, 1936. John Deere D out of Chadwick, Illinois, with the twin stack. That is not Thackeray, but Chico Polo. The first of the winter series, built right after the Waterloo Boy. Early styled, unstyled D. Now we've got more modern machines. The Super M, there's a nice, beautifully styled front and a wide front end. Notice those wheels aren't pushed together. They're all just as wide as the rears. So Dan Wells out of DeKalb on this Super MPA. Built in 54, Super M, sorry, built in 54, I believe. Here's the Super MPA gas tractor. The Wells family, the torque amplifier means that on the go, when he gets into trouble, we can pull that back if he hits some hard ground with a plow and get more torque out of it. Then if you get out of a hard spot, push it forward and it's a shift on the go. Rather revolutionary design. Now here's the Super MDTA, the diesel version of the machine you saw before with a wide front. Having a Super MDTA is a very rare item here. We're proud to have Brandy Wells out of DeKalb, Illinois with a Super MDTA wide front. Here's Derek Wells with his 1956 Farmall 400, so they switched over to the 3 number series.
This was a short-lived part of the International family, but what a wonderful number series it was. Well, look at this. This is my favorite tractor and lady of all time. Haley Yankee from Sycamore, Illinois, because I forgot, Haley just got married. So a big hand, and she restored this tractor by herself, and it is restored to pristine condition. We got her running like a top last night, and Haley said very happy. So a big hand for Haley. There's her mom, Adele Swanson from Sycamore, right down the road. Adele is smiling too on a beautiful John Deere B. Thank you, Adele. And there's, Christiane Rat-Winston from, I forgot where you're from, my dear. From Claire, that 1949 style B.
Here's the 1949 Farmall M, Gerald Bolts out of Newark.
Switching back and forth from the red to the green, back to
Oh, that's right.
This is a 19